Here are my top 3 lessons I learned in 1 year of the pandemic. Oof. Stay tuned, promise you, it'll be worth it. Good day, Toronto. Welcome to another episode of Prime Props TV. So glad you could join me here today. Every week on Prime Props TV, we take a closer look at the Toronto real estate topics and updates that matter the most to you. And in this episode, I'm going to share with you my top 3 lessons I learned from the pandemic. So make sure you smash that like button and subscribe to the Prime Props TV channel for more awesome real estate content like this. The button to subscribe will be right here. Click that button. Awesome, thanks. So it's really weird to say it's, the anniversary of the pandemic. Not that it's a good thing, because usually anniversaries are a good thing, but I think there are definitely a lot of lessons we all learn from it. I'll start on a positive note. The pandemic truly forced us all to adapt and prove that us humans are very capable of rapid change despite how much it really sucked. Stuck at home? Yeah. But because, oh man, there were a lot of things that really sucked last year in the last 365 days. Anyways, my top 3 lessons that I learned specific to real estate in last year because, like I was saying earlier, there's a lot of non-real estate lessons. Here's the real estate lessons. Number 1, hold on to your properties and ride out the good and the bad. Do not panic sell. I've always preached holding on to your assets because assets that produce income via rent, such as real estate, very hard to find and acquire. Anyone who panic sold in the first 2 months of the pandemic are probably unfortunately regretting it right now. You see, in next month's update for the end of March, the average prices could be up year over year 30% in a lot of pockets. Yeah, I'm not kidding. If you panic sold at the lowest, pricing will rebound at such an astronomical high rate right now. It's nuts. You're not gonna wanna hear the news next month. Now, even condo owners who persevered and didn't sell are probably glad they didn't now because, the 4 and 6 condo space is getting hot and fire. See, the pandemic reinforced what my clients and I were doing was actually right. Buying cash flowing properties because you never know when poo-poo hits the fan, right? When your assets can pay for the cost plus some more, it doesn't matter if it's worth $1, $10, $100, $10 million, you can hold on to it and you won't feel pressure to sell it in a bad market like the start of the pandemic. So this makes it easy when you're reading crappy headlines that the world's gonna blow up. Number 2, nobody has a crystal ball. Seriously, the amount of garbage predictions that were out there was plentiful. You could read into literally what headline you wanted at the time. Look at CMHC and their 18% price drop. Bang, shots fired. Nothing against you guys, but I know you're trying to protect the public. Even my best guesses were wrong. Nobody expected the real estate market to be gangbusters in the 905 and freehold in July and August the same year. Nobody, right? So even me, as big of a real estate bull I am, I didn't even think the condo market was going to come back so quickly and thriving so rapidly, right? So you really have to do your own critical thinking because herd mentality can really mess with you. And anybody who was kind of like loving the CMHC 18% drop, unfortunately may have been priced out right now. Because if you were waiting for the price drop, the 18%, and then now potentially it's up 30%, that's like a 50% swing between the two. That's unfortunately really sad because if you were waiting for it, you could be priced out right now. That's why I always say you have to do your own critical thinking and really figure out what works for you because everybody's situation is different. Don't buy into kind of your own thinking sometimes because it's kind of weird. Sometimes it doesn't work out. Number 3, the best deals truly were when everyone was freaking out. Some of the deals my clients got during the first 2 months of the pandemic were unreal. However, the caveat is this: you have to have the kahunas to actually do it. I hear this from my buyers all the time in a seller's market, like a seller's market we're in right now. I will buy when there's a crash, when there's a dip in pricing. That thinking stems from that not believing prices will continue and will continue going up, but it's gonna drop because it's a narrative you wanna buy into. To each their own right now, right? But when things look bleak and prices do come down, kind of like the pandemic, do you really have the kahunas to actually buy something when everyone is freaking out? Think about that. The answer is usually no. Those who actually had enough conviction and belief in the Toronto real estate market actually did something. Or just like a few of my clients who just, needed a house and didn't care, right? So while hindsight is 20/20 because we can connect all the dots looking backwards, nobody can connect them going forwards, right? So when is the next dip? Is there even going to be one? Who knows? Like I was saying earlier from point number 2, nobody has a crystal ball. My thinking right now though is for the next year, we're probably gonna be in a bull run where prices are gonna be increasing. But that's just my guess. Remember though, nobody has a crystal ball. So hopefully this was helpful. If you're looking to make a move in the real estate market, you can book a strategy call with me using the link on the screen. It'll be right here. It's www.chetozen.com. Hopefully we won't have a second anniversary of this shenanigans. Oof, really, really hope we don't. Until next time, your move, your future. See ya. Now that you're done watching this one, how about this one? Oh, you know what? This one's good too. Ooh, this one's really good. You know what? Just watch them both.